going to be a current clairvoyant energy check-in for February of 2026. Y'all make sure y'all give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if y'all enjoy the content. I will have a donations link in the description box below. Keep in mind, this will not resonate with everyone. So what do we have for February 2026 for today? Energy check-in. Ten of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. It sounded to me somebody is relentless and hell-bent on trying to manifest a curse in order to get you to curse yourself on a psychological level. That way you could try to mentally and psychologically sabotage yourself. So this reading may be about a betrayal. All right, so we have a Queen of Swords in reverse at the bottom. The Three of Swords reverse. We have King of the Father. That would be the Emperor. Queen of Pentacles reverse. Five of Cups reverse. Hierophant reverse. Taurus energy. Nine of Wands reverse. Okay, so it sounds like to me somebody is coming to grips with throwing in the towel to admit to the fact that they have been trying to cause it. It's like somebody's going to throw in the towel and admit to the fact that they have been causing problems. And could be actually telling the truth that somebody else made them cause problems. Just give me the vibes of somebody speaking up and accusing other people of causing problems, like somebody trying to make them cause problems. Father God, let's go ahead and reject this negative energy. Let's create a energetic boundary here to protect my energy, Archangel Michael. In the name of Horus and Allah and Ra, protect my energy. I'll banish and bind anybody that's trying to intrude in my energetic field of energy on this live stream. I forbid, bind, and forbid them. In Jesus' almighty name, in the mighty name of Horus, Ra, Allah, and Jesus. Somebody may also be trying to get in somebody, trying to get inside somebody's energy too. This is in regards to a very dark practitioner here with the Hierophant reverse and Queen of Pentacles reverse. Someone's trying to relentlessly get inside somebody's energy in order to try to manifest off of them with the Magician card. But they're unable to do so. They've done ran out of all options to manipulate energy. Ten of Pentacles reverse. Judgment reverse. Scorpio energy. Gemini, Virgo energy, Leo energy. Three of Pentacles, the Hermit, Virgo energy again. Chariot reverse. Cancer energy. And the Queen of Fire reverse. It sounds like to me you got a group of individuals that are witches here that are struggling with trying to manifest a betrayal with someone's ex. And now they're blaming what they was originally involved in with the Hierophant reverse, with the Judgment reverse. They're blaming where they work at. They're blaming the institution. They're not willing to take accountability, so they're going to blame the institution or workplace environment with the Three of Pentacles. They're blaming the workplace environment. Oh, somebody made them do this. This is what they're told to do. This is what they have to do. If they want to work there, they're going to have to do that. Somebody's blaming this institution with the Hierophant reverse. Now everybody's all bitter and upset and wanting to go against the original workplace where they work at. With the Judgment card being in reverse, with the Hierophant being in reverse, this is all about critically judging and blaming the institution. There may be some form of authority figure that ain't too proud of what's going on and blaming somebody else. That's connected to the Hierophant reverse. that has been a main culprit at trying to cause someone issues. But at the same time, nobody wants to take accountability with the judgment reverse. This is really starting to eat at someone to acknowledge the fact that they have been a cult leader through a situation. But they're blaming where the root of the problem is, what it looks like, where they work at. This is this is in regards to a workplace situation. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, this is definitely going back off on the institution. And the main energy is the Queen of Swords reverse. So that right there is like, this is more sort of bitter energy with the Queen of Fire reverse. But you have a Queen of Air reverse. It's like they're bitter on a financial level, they're bitter. On a mental level, they're bitter. And on a passionate level, they're bitter. This may be the same individual that may be in these energies here. Or it may be different people. I'm kind of getting that this is different people. These are witches here, what it looks like. You got one of them right here. You got another one right here. You got another one right here. 3 witches that are upset. And relentlessly blaming the Hierophant reverse the institution for this institution trying to force them to do this to people. There's a forceful energy from the Hierophant reverse. It's like this is the conditions of what they have to work for. This is who they have to be. If they're not a witch, then they're not accepted. If they're not going to be involved with doing this, then they're not going to be accepted. They're going to be faced with numerous amount of obstacles with a Chariot reverse. But now this has put an obstacle in their way. It's like somebody wants to hold authority, but can't continue with doing something a specific way because it's not in alignment. These people got their beliefs all screwed up, bro. They want to be an authority figure, but yet not be held accountable. But yet the practice that are being that are being had, the practices that are being done, is against the Hierophant being in the upright position. It's against the law, bro. These practices are corrupt and against the law. This is not just some regular level of witchcraft. This is cultural abuse. Involving on a lot of intense level. Like, bro, this is illegal with the Hierophant reverse of what is being done. But somebody wants to blame the original culprit of that on what's really the root of the problem when it comes to this energy being in reverse. That's who they're blaming. It sounds like to me somebody is bitter at the fact that they don't want to take accountability for being a cult leader. But this is what they have people involved in. This is what people are following, bro. This is what this person has people doing. I'm kind of getting people could be leaving. People could be leaving. Just give me the vibes of people dropping out of that cult with the 10 of Pentacles reverse. Chariot reverse. This right here ain't going to go anywhere with this 10 of Pentacles reverse. It's not. And there is indeed an institution abusing their authority to the extreme with the Hierophant reverse. This is extreme level abuse and corruption. If this is a form of a legal institution here with this Hierophant reverse, this is not, these individuals that work up inside here and whatever's being done is not the real deal at all, bro. This is cult with the Hierophant reverse. This is illegal. These practices that are being taken, that are being practiced within this Hierophant reverse is highly illegal. And the main one that may have been involved with having these practices orchestrated don't want to be held accountable. That's a cult leader. They believe in absolute authority, but yet take no accountability with the judgment reversed. They don't want to be held accountable. But everything is right there identifying them for who they really are and what they really involved in, what they have been leading other people to do. What's the matter? They can't handle the pressure of being this person? They want to be a badass. Why don't they fucking own it then? They want to be a tough woman. A tough woman, because that's what this is. They want to be tough. This ain't tough. This ain't tough. Being in this energy ain't tough. Ain't nothing about it tough. Nothing. In reality, they are bitter, they are scared, and they are scared more so of taking accountability and own up to the fact that this is who they really are and what they have been leading other people to do with these practices. That's what's scary to this person. Is that tough? Does that make this person tough? Indeed not. The star reverse, Aquarius energy. This individual has a whole hell of a lot to heal. Because anybody that has took part in these practices are not healed either. It's bringing a lot of despair to these individuals. That's what it's doing. And it's also bringing a lot of despair and bitterness to this cult leader. She's not comfortable with that. Seven of Pentacles. Because of her being so used to fixated and to invest in her time and resources in these practices. She feels as if it's almost damn near impossible to change that, but they know that there is a way to change it by healing themselves, but it's like they're not ready to face reality for what it is. Like I said, they don't want to sit there and hold themselves under judgment to transform. But by this individual doing all these practices, bro, it's making it worse on them. This is actually going to drive a lot of deep-seated pain up to the surface, what this individual keeps on doing. And it's going to cause them to lash out and get worse. All it's going to do is put an obstacle in their way. That's all it's going to do. This ain't going to do anything for them. What the fuck that's going to do? Nothing. Chariot reverse. Get nowheres with it. Strength, what the fuck is strength? The only strength thing is this situation strong arming them. You mean to say that that's tough? It ain't tough. This person want to act like they tough. Got their fucking chest all bowed out. Chest all bowed out. Mean look on their face. Mad at the world. They mad at themselves. What the fuck the world did? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And this individual is being controlled by this energy that they're trying to control and project outwards. And this is something else they don't like feeling. They don't like the involvement of feeling that. That this situation that they're relentlessly trying to control is controlling them with the Hierophant reverse. And they don't know how to escape this controlling energy. It's like they feel like a very forceful, controlling energy that they're refusing to hold accountable or to hold on evaluation, to evaluate it. This person also is telling themselves that they don't want to be that person anymore. That's not who they are. because they don't want to be part of that. That's the thing. They don't want to be part of that. They can act like they ain't upset. They can act like they're heartless, but they really not. They really not. This is a front. This is all a front. I promise you it is. It's a front. This individual has unbearable amount of pain that you can never even imagine. That this Hierophant reverse, whatever the hell they're taught to practice, this can also be emotional detachment rituals or something with the Hierophant reverse. Estrogen detachment ritual. What the fuck? This individual imbalance of their estrogen levels. All these individuals are. They ain't feminine. They don't have the proper feminine balance to who they are. This is 3 females that are like the way they're coming across is they're coming across as to have much more testosterone than the estrogen levels. And it has something to do with these practices. It's like these individuals are nothing but about control, lying, cheating, but yet betray themselves to the outer world as if they're all holier than thou. They don't do no wrong. Ain't nobody gonna hold them accountable. Everybody else is wrong and they're right. That's bullshit. They're wrong. This is narcissism. This right here promotes narcissism. It promotes feminine toxicity. Ain't no real fucking man gonna want to be around this bullshit. He's gonna check these individuals. And what tends to happen with these type of situations is the people that are supposed to be in that position, that's supposed to be balanced on that level of their testosterone, switches with these individuals. So therefore, they feel like they're in control. And they don't like that. They just ain't going to admit to it. They don't like feeling as if they're in control. And this could be a very challenging situation due to someone holding a hell of a lot of resistance and challenging this situation with the Hierophant reverse. And it's got all 3 of them in reverse. That think that they're going to try to manhandle or try to strong arm a situation. No. Back up. Back the fuck up. That's what I'm hearing. They're going to sit down. They're going to sit their asses down. This ain't who the fuck they meant to be to start with what I'm channeling here with the star reverse. Bro, some of these individuals, don't you know that they could have been a public figure by now? They could have been a public figure by now if they would have healed. This could have been, I'm getting at least 7 Aquarius seasons ago. That would be 7 years ago. They could have been in a public position. They could have ranked up. They could be bringing in 7 mil. They could be millionaires by now if they would have healed. If these 3 would have healed and wouldn't have been involved in this about 7 years ago, if they would have focused on their healing, they could have been in the public eye. A social media influencer. There's something very significant about social media influencers that may be bringing a lot of trauma and deep-seated pain out these individuals, and this individual don't know how to handle it. Much rather sit there and stuff that down with the 3 of Swords reverse, but it ain't working. This has been stuffed down for a good minute. It's like somebody's in this energy as I say, oh no, it ain't really that like that. It ain't really like that. You're bullshit. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. And they know it is, but they can't accept to that. They can't, their ego is not allowing them to accept to that. It's like their ego is strong-arming them, but yet putting them in their place all at the same time, and they feel controlled. They feel like they can't go anywhere with a Chariot reverse. They're stuck with this Judgment reverse and a Hierophant reverse. This is what they want to do well. Somebody's aggravated. Somebody's aggravated. And they need to be aggravated. Why is this energy down here aggravated? Because of a Queen of Hearts? Lady? Because they're aggravated at a lady here. They're aggravated at a full. They're annoyed because, you remember what I told you about that estrogen level? They're annoyed because maybe somebody could be putting them in their emotional side, their feminine side. That could be another thing. Their feminine side desperately is trying to breathe and to try to come back and to balance itself out. They don't know how to handle that. Oh, so they could possibly be in their feelings. I'm not really getting any feelings cards here with the Three of Swords reverse. Or this could just possibly be another feminine that a nurture. That's a nurturer. Very feminine. Very, very, very feminine nurture. And this right here is attractive to someone of a masculine that has high levels of testosterone. That's extremely attractive to those dudes. This right here ain't gonna pull in nothing. Like these energies that's in reverse ain't gonna pull in that. They're gonna pull in a weak kind. That's gonna allow these individuals to walk all over them and think that they run shit and tell this individual what to do, tell them what to wear, what not to wear, and just walk all over them. That shit ain't gonna happen with no person that has, they know who they are at the core of their being. But this feminine right here is not gonna do none of that. These individuals right here know their place. They respect people that have strong leadership qualities. They don't look to try to control anything. They sit there and look for ways to make situations better by not antagonizing or sitting there trying to provoke and to try to bring more negativity out of a situation. They look to balance a situation out with this Queen of Hearts energy. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Could be a Cancer lady. They could be a Cancer lady. This could be resonating with. Scorpio lady. Scorpio, Cancer lady. Clarify the Queen of Cups. The Ten of Wands reverse. Yeah, because just like I said, this energy right here knows how to nurture and to remove all these burdens. And somebody wishes that they had these qualities. Like they wish they could be something that they're not. They wish they could get all this Hierophant reverse energy. But the thing of it is, if they are a cult leader, they have their own ability to change. They can make that decision and not want to be that person anymore. What's the holdup? This person just spends way too much time controlling and manipulating themselves and ignoring the fact that they need to heal, but yet remain in this bullshit fucked up energy with this Hierophant reverse, or remain present at this institution. Look, man, this ain't what you meant to be doing to start with the Hierophant reverse. Whoever this resonates with, I'm gonna tell you straightforward, this ain't for you. I'm not going to sit there and be like these other people and be like, oh, well, this and that. Bullshit. This ain't your higher calling with this Hierophant reverse. I could care less what you tell yourself. I'm an intuitive person. This is not your higher calling. Your higher calling is not to be an overly aggressive feminine, to sit there and aggravate yourself and be aggravated 24/7 as something that you're supposed to be doing for a job. That ain't the right job for you. That ain't the right job for you. And if people are relentlessly trying to keep you there or to enable you to stay there, there's going to come a point in time to where you're going to have to draw some boundaries as I say, you know what? This is not part, you don't want this to be part of your life anymore. And to stand up and say the hell with it and walk away. If you fixated on wanting control, that's a deep-seated issue that you're not going to get out of being a law official. Because it's obvious if you are one of these individuals, where's the authority? Where's the control at? You have none with the Chariot reverse. This ain't going to get you control like you thought it was. And it sounds like to me, this position right here is all about nothing but intrusive levels of toxicity of control, overly controlling. It's not a healthy place to be for your mentality, for your emotional stability. It's not healthy for you. This is not good for your spirit, your emotional stability, or definitely on a psychological level. This person is used to people telling them what they want to hear. Oh, well, it's going to get better. It's going to get... No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not going to get better until they leave. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat anything. What the hell they think this is? Strawberries? A plate full of strawberries? Ain't no sugarcoating shit going on here. There's no sugarcoating over here. There's no sugarcoating over here. I know these individuals want people to suck up to them and be sweet. This don't require sweetness. This requires a logical, verbal announcement that this is not the right place for this person. It sounds like to me they want to be more in this energy right here. And they could be in that energy. But being in this environment, this could also be some type of generational, I'm not really getting a generational curse. I mean, it could be a generational curse that they was guided away from, but yet it's like they're not meant to take after their family. They're not meant to do what their family is doing. They're meant to do something different, a different way. Because this right here is going to cause problems for their family throughout the generations, not just with this individual, but the people that, if they have a family, if they're a mom or a dad, this is going to cause enormous amount of problems down the line of that with the Ten of Pentacles reverse. But it originally started with someone before this individual in their family. Just because they hold the same last name don't mean you hold the same purpose, sweetheart. People have different purposes. You have a different soul. Oh, well, this one's a cousin and you got an aunt that works. I don't care about nothing the aunt can work. I don't care about where the aunt works. I don't care where the cousin works. People have different souls. The last name don't mean shit when it comes to your soul's journey. This don't even have to represent a spiritual journey. There's something different that is meant for this individual to take up and to be part of rather than this. That's going to be able to heal them and to bring a lot of relief and release from this type of bitterness. They're going to feel relaxed. They're going to feel this tense energy lift off of them. Therefore, it's going to bring them back to who they really are. Because this person has not been themselves for a long time. They really don't know who they are. They have trouble finding who they are. They may struggle with like something to do with gender. Like they may feel way too masculine, but that's not really who they are though. They don't really want to be that person, but they feel like the man of their relationships. And this really fucks with this person. They don't even look like one either. They don't have to look like one. They just got too much of overly controlling energy. And it's because they're around enablers. These people are not the real deal, bro, like that. It's going to be able to influence them to be who they're really meant to be. So like to me, they're used to influencing people to be the exact opposite of who they are. While they just are supposed to be allowed to just sit there and take it, right? This individual can't do that with somebody else or do this with other people. Because you got some people out there, brother, that know who they are. That's not going to sit there and put up with that. They'll tell the individual exactly where to get off at, and they won't hear from them again. But this person is used to controlling individuals to where whenever they leave, oh, it's okay. See, this person could attach like it ain't nothing because they don't really care about that person. That's the thing. They don't really care about who they're with the Three of Swords reverse. They don't really care about them. And this affects the other person as I say that, well, why is it so easy for this person to leave? Because they don't give a shit, bro. This person does not care whatsoever. You cannot get them to care either. The more that you please this energy, the more that you do things and think that you get somewhere by pleasing them, the more that you piss them off, and turn them more into a monster. That's not the right thing to do with this energy. And it's either you cut to be a dominant person or you're not. With this energy right here, ain't none of these individuals that are with these three feminines are dominant at all. And yes, this does involve a little bit of the 3D information on the third dimensional level. Not really on the egotistical level, but we're not really going to get involved with talking about alpha this and all that. No. We're talking about there's an imbalance when it comes to this individual's estrogen level. And that can affect them on an emotional level and a spiritual level. It's conflicting energy. They don't like feeling like as if they have to be the man of a connection, bro. That pisses women like this off. They don't show it, though. People may ask, well, why are they always with an attitude? That's why. Some of them could have tried to swing the same way, like they try to like the same gender. That didn't work either. Because they have an imbalance when it comes to their estrogen levels and their testosterone. They're not around the right person. It could be several people they could have tried to have a connection with. That's not a great fit for them. Those people that are trying to relentlessly be sweet to this energy, they have people out there that are meant for them. This person that these individuals may be with are not really a great fit together. They're not compatible. If there's any type of control in a connection, a lot of control, a lot of abuse that's taking place, control, abuse, emotional abuse, put downs all day, every day, you're not compatible, bro. And I'm going to tell it straight like it is with this energy, these energies in reverse here. Especially with that Queen of Swords being in reverse. These individuals cannot stand feeling as if they're a man in their connections. It don't matter if that person tries to change. It don't, bro, that's who they are. If they don't hold the qualities of what the real deal is, this right here ain't going to never work. It's not like these individuals are going to transform or change overnight. It's not in their genetics to be a man to start with that they're with. They have a specific gene pool of men that's going to have those natural, it's like an animalistic nature quality of like a wolf. That are considered lone wolves, leaders. Some of them don't even have to be leaders, but they could just be alone. They have a certain group of them that have those traits that conflict with this energy right here, and they don't know how to handle that. But those are the group of men that's not going to sit there and be intimidated by that. They could care less. You're going to respect them. They're not there to harm or cause any harm, and they ain't going to be sitting there doing that shit to them either. And I'm going to tell you right now, low key with these energies being in reverse, that's the minute they could trust with their life. Because they know that man will fucking defend them when it comes to the time of it. Will protect them. If somebody try to hurt that lady in the presence of that man will fuck that individual up. Excuse my language, but that's just the truth about it. That man will defend that lady. And this is something on a subconscious level that turns these energies on because they feel secure. Therefore, this overload, like they feel that they don't have to have that control. It's like, they could just lay back and chill. Because that's how it's supposed to go. And it hasn't been this way for a long time. They possibly was never in a connection like that, to be honest with you, with the star reverse. And no, we're not talking about promoting or talk about any type of violence or none of that. It's just if somebody tried to break in the house, an intruder, try to break in this individual's house, this person would defend them. They're not afraid to check people over somebody like that. And of course, many people look at this individual as if, oh, well, they got a mouth of their own, they can defend themselves. Not in the presence of a man. If somebody blatantly tried to say something disrespectful to this individual in a public setting, around a dude that fits the strong genetics of the gene pool, the male gene pool, that man's gonna get in that individual's face. Possibly get his block knocked off. Or slapped stupid upside his head. It may cost him a charge, but guess what? That right there is a sacrifice. That means that man really loves that person. And anybody in the presence of him, he's going to look upon it as he's protecting, like he would protect his mama. I'm not saying that's okay to do, but individuals out there, bro, you got them out there that's not going to play that. If somebody says something stupid that pops off at the mouth to somebody like that, that's just a natural habitat that they have. It's a protective instinct that they have. But we're not just talking about that. And look, that's not where the root of the problem or the security is. I'm going to tell you where it's at. The individual feeling understood on an emotional level to where they feel a lot of feminine energy the majority of the time. Because they hate to be in the lead. They hate to be the leader of a connection. They hate that. Now, keep in mind, this type of energy is not going to admit to that. They hate being a leader of their connections. This right here says it all. I don't know if this individual could have had a mom that was like that, so they could possibly get it from their mom. They got to get it from somewhere. Okay, so they could have, like, they could have seen this from their mother. But at the same time, that right there, they're a different person, bro. Even though that may be coming from their mom, they still have their own persona. They still are able to be a lady. Just like this energy right here. They're still a different lady. Just because their mom may be a certain way, don't mean that this woman right here should be the same way as their mama, because they're still a different lady. Clarify that. The Tower, Scorpio energy. Oh, this could be resonating with a Scorpio feminine. Don't have to be. There's a Scorpio feminine that could be coming to grips with something that could be a hell of a realization for them. Scorpio lady could be going through a breakup. With the Tower card, don't have to be. But this right here is causing nothing but a transformation to take place. This is an epiphany moment. And this could be causing a breakup with the Ten of Pentacles reverse. So like I said, but these individuals that are in a reverse position here, they're not going to be in a stable connection with the Ten of Pentacles reverse by being this overly controlled, narcissistic person. This is not really who they're meant to be to start with. It may seem as if it's impossible for a narcissist to change. The only way for them to change is when you got stronger people out there that will challenge them. You stand your ground, bro. When someone is wrong, you don't sit there and reward that bullshit energy. You remove yourself from the energy. You disconnect and let them go on their own. They sit there and so much lie or sit there and try to disrespect you, even if it's in a subliminal way. You don't tolerate that. You don't reward that behavior. That means they don't deserve your time, your energy, or any type of conversation or anything from you. Ain't nobody give a damn how entitled they think they are. They ain't going to get what they think that they're going to get. Like, they're not going to have their expectations fulfilled. That's when reality is going to sink. And ain't nobody give a damn about how entitled they feel. That's what's going to happen in reality. They're not going to get what they want. They want respect. They're going to have to earn it. They want something good to happen to them. They're going to have to put out good. They're going to have to be a good person. Because that shit ain't going to come for free. It's not going to be freely given to them to where they just think that they could just take whatever they can out of somebody and walk. No. Walk all over, have an attitude, and sit there and talk to the individual any kind. There's an epiphany moment when it comes to that. This is all connected to this Hierophant reverse. This person's just going to realize that they have turned people bitter. And people are becoming bitter towards the shit that they was taught with this Hierophant reverse. Now it's affecting all these individuals' families. They're having fallen outs with the Ten of Pentacles reverse. And this person is refusing to be held accountable. Well, they the ones that joined. They didn't tell them nothing. They didn't make them join. They the ones that joined. It's all on them. Yep. It's all on. I could hear this energy through my Claudian hearing, bro. Ain't nobody made them join. They joined. They want to do it. They joined. No, it's not them. No, it's not them. And it's like when somebody tries to argue, it's like this individual keeps on saying, okay. This energy up here damn well knows they're guilty. They're guilty for being a controlling individual, a toxic individual that is trying to relentlessly try to have control over people. But yet the situation feels as if it's controlling them, and they don't know how to handle that. They don't know how to handle that. They can sit there and act like they sweet and hold flowers. They ain't hold no flowers. They ain't really sweet. This is what they present. They present to be sweet at the surface level. But yet these individuals may not even realize that some of them just got this hateful look on their face. A very blatant, hateful look on their face. As if they better than everybody else. Everybody else a problem, and yet, they rule all the situation. So it's like they look like they're always in a bad mood. They got an attitude. A real person step up in there, that should have changed real quick. It's a mask. That's all it is, bro. It's a facade. That really is how they really are feeling. The main reason why their face looks like that is because of what they're feeling internally. They're aggravated. They're irritated. But they will never admit to the fact of what is causing them to be irritated, because they perceive that as a bit of vulnerability. But yet, how come they're vulnerable to feeling those emotions? Checkmate. Checkmate. How come they feel that if they wasn't vulnerable in the first place? And that's a fact. That's what they hate. They hate when somebody knows exactly what's taking place. Well, how dare you know that? That's right. They don't want to be seen as to have a vulnerable side, because to them, vulnerability is perceived as, they feel like they have to defend themselves from feeling that way. And I'm going to tell you what that comes from. Deep-seated issues when it comes to them not having a caring person that was emotional to them. That's all it is. Once that could be uprooted, they will feel safe. But at the same, it's like a conflicted energy. The minute they feel vulnerable, it's like they do feel safe, but it's like their ego goes back and to want to try to fight that off. And they perceive this vulnerability as a threat, but yet it's not really what it seems. But like, that's delusional. That vulnerability is not a threat to them. That's actually protection. That's themselves able, bro, when they feel that sense of vulnerability on that level, there's nothing toxic or a threat about that that's going to cause any harm to them. That's actually what's going to cause them to be loved on the proper level. That's going to actually give them the ability to where they can love properly and to be who they really need to be without feeling insecure or feeling scared that, hey, vulnerability is, oh, well, that's known as a threat. They got to put their defenses up. What the hell is there to defend? Just because they got a vulnerable side, they're already feeling vulnerable as it is while being in this energy. So what's the difference? I'm going to tell you right now, the more that they get in this defensive energy, the more that they attract a lot of hostility. Therefore, it is an actual threat. Exactly. I don't know everything, y'all. I just know things from experience, the way that the human mind, which I'm not experienced when it comes to these type of energies, like on a feminine level. Like, I know a lot about the estrogen and the masculinity with the testosterone, but this right here plays a big part in the situation when it comes to the individual's vulnerability side. And this is a bit different than the estrogen level. But with them accepting themselves to feel vulnerable and to be vulnerably present, therefore it's going to better to connect them to that estrogen level to where things could be balanced, to where they don't have to feel all this uptight energy. The more that they get uptight, the opposite reaction of what the ego is expecting actually manifests. So the more that they perceive being vulnerable as a threat, the minute they put their guard up and they get defensive, that's whenever it attracts exactly that. It's the laws of attraction, bro. People will mirror what this individual is doing on, it may not even be on a conscious level. It's a universal law. The laws of attraction, and on a universal level, it identifies similar energy, but it's going to come through the things that they may not be physically present. They may not be physically present, aware of in the physical present. They may not be aware of in the physical present moment, physically. They may not be they're not psychologically aware of that in the present moment. So therefore, it's going to, once again, repel the genuine energy and yet attract a lot of hostility and bad energy. So therefore, if they was to just be vulnerable and be themselves, Don't this individual not realize that that's going to repel the toxicity and remove it? That's exactly what more than likely is going to take place. I'm telling you. Because the more that they sit there and do this for no reason, because of the pain that they feel on a deep wound level with the star reverse, that's going to work against the universal flow of energy because they're putting their guard up for no reason. And while they put their guard up, that right there is letting the universe know that they are ready for battle. Because think about it, when you're in a boxing ring, don't you have your guard up? You have your guard up. You could be a Philly shell, but you still, well, not really that, but you have your guard up when you're in the boxing ring, right? When you watch boxing, the boxers, they have their guards up. Exactly. And what is that other boxer doing? Throwing them jabs, huh? Throwing them jabs. Throwing them jabs, throwing the, what do they call that? Left hook, right cross, left cross. Sitting there jabbing. That right there is an analogy I'm going to use with this situation because that's how this guarded energy reacts with the universal energy that mirrors and reflects that right back up onto them. That's how that works. Now, we're not talking about being in a boxing ring and the boxers drops their guard all the way in yet. No, we're not talking about that. But it's just an analogy when it comes to the blocking mechanism. Boxers are known to majority of the time to have their guard up to block when they're in the boxing ring. Because other boxers, you're just trying to jab and they try to throw punches at them. And their position is to block. But that's the analogy that I'm going to use when it comes to this individual having a guard up for no reason. It puts this energy out to the universe and it perceives it as they're ready for battle. Therefore, puts them in this unnecessary defensive mechanism on a, not so much, well, it is on a psychological level, but it's more so on that spiritual aspect of the energy field around them. That will create this magnetism and mirror this right back towards them and send somebody of a lot of hostility that will just manifest out of nowhere. And this may kind of be conflicting to them. But with this specific situation, if they was to just allow themselves to be vulnerable and to face this pain for what it really is, that it's not all as bad as what it seems, then things will calm down. That hostility is not going to be there. That egotistical expectation of, oh, they have to put their guard up, it's not going to attract or bring that energy back around. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because they're going to be emotionally balanced. They're going to be connected to their feminine side. They're going to have that estrogen balanced. The proper balance between the estrogen and the testosterone. They're going to have their femininity. And they're going to be able to be chilled. Therefore, it's going to attract a chilled, understanding energy. Even though things may not be all perfect. But it's going to have a chilled, relaxed energy. And this individual will begin to see that this is all it had to take. Because the more that they go against the natural flow of energy fields, the more the universe is going to be able to pick that up, bro. I'm telling you. It's going to be an energetic match on a universal level that's going to manifest through another person. That's going to cause nothing but fights, arguments, hostility. That's going to pop off continuously. The more that this person projects that energy from the egotistical perception, which is not reality, that's an illusion. The minute this person thinks that, oh, vulnerability is going to attract some type of threat, the more they put their guard up, which actually attracts the actual threat. Like I said before, the real deal out there, they're going to be able to feel that this person is not there to cause any harm. And it's like this person's soul could feel that. But it's like their ego is like, oh no, oh no, oh no, no. Nope, nope. And guess what happens? They get with the exact opposite. They get with somebody that they know that they can control, but guess what? This person got a hell of a lot of toxic traits, which therefore is going to be known as a karmic. That's a karmic energy. Karmic means something that hasn't been learned. There's a lesson that has to be learned. That's what karmic means. It's Karmic, karmic energy. Even though I don't have the Wheel of Fortune reverse here, but still though. So that's what basically this read is involving. Clarify that. The King of Water, look at that. Did not just get through saying that the universe is going to match energy with energy fields. If you have a different energy field, it's going to draw in something different. The more that they accept the fact that, hey, this right here, if this is what's taking place, the more that they accept the fact that, hey, it's okay for them to feel vulnerable, this is what's going to manifest. That's a match, ain't it? Exactly. You think these individuals are going to hurt each other? No. Lady, dude. They're not going to hurt each other. It may not be all sunshine and rainbows. It may not be a perfect connection, but they're not going to sit there and hurt each other. They're not there to hurt each other. They're not there to sit there and bash each other down or sit there and put each other down. They're not there to do that shit. They're there to appreciate each other and love one another. Six of Cups reverse. So this person, this could be somebody that you could have knew a long time ago. It's like this person, it keeps on rewinding the fact that they have had feelings for you for a long time. And keeps on resenting the fact that they wish they would have had something with you rather than these individuals being with you, but yet don't do anything to actually manifest a legitimate connection with you. But more so want to sit there and throw their guard up and be a tough, Wonder Woman, a tough ass. Oh, well, this is how it's going to be, and this is how it's going to always go. And how it's going is not the way that they expected to, and that right there is what's pissing them off. With the Chariot reverse. Where they going with that? Six of Pentacles. Yep. This person feels guilty too. They feel guilty of possibly... This give me the vibes of bribing someone to be with you with the Six of Pentacles energy. They could be guilty of that. Just to see who you are, because this individual, apparently one of these individuals like you. Whoever this resonates with. One of these individuals likes somebody. And they're very bitter of people from your past because it's like they feel like they've had experience with you. And this person, these individuals right here, this is a weird energy. Clarify the Six of Pentacles. The Psychic reverse. Pisces energy. Okay, so some of you out there, you could have had trouble connecting with your intuition, or this person has not been connecting truly to their intuition. With the psychic being in reverse. That means that they have been ignoring their intuition. This person was also involved in putting magic and manipulating people that you was with because they felt a huge sense of insecurity and jealousy. Yeah, they always want to lash out, and you could have been feeling something uncomfortable. You could have felt something uncomfortable with these people that could have been from your past. It's because this person was behind the scenes, mad, wanting to lash out. Two of Pentacles reverse, because they feel like they had to sit on the fence and watch you be happy, but yet some of you out there may or not have been happy. The Eight of Swords reverse. It's like, how come you could be yourself? How come this is fair to you and not fair to them? It's like this person, but yet you don't even know who this individual is, bro. It's like they didn't even have the courage to actually announce that they may have feelings for you. It's like, damn, bro, this person bribed someone to be with you, and yet whenever they do, not long after they do, they get mad at them. They get mad at this person. I'm going to tell you why they mad. Because that person ain't them that was with you. That's why. And now they got some type of ego complex as to try to get you back and to make you mad with the people that they really ain't compatible with. How does that make any sense? It don't. Don't even make a dollar either. Because a dollar comes in sometimes quarters, right? 4 quarters. Yeah, you got 25 cents. Another quarter be 50 cents. Another quarter be 75 cents. And then you got the fourth quarter. There you go. You got a whole dollar. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's go ahead and get a closing message. I guess you could call that a 50-50, huh? Closing message. Closing message. It's like they got this energy in the energy. It's like, oh, smooth talker, huh? That's the thing. This energy right here is a little rough around the edges. A little rough around the edges, man. Gotta have some smoothness sometimes. Hold on, y'all. This ain't my best reading. Look, now the Hierophant wants to come out in the upright position. Look at that. Two of Wands, reverse, 4 of Swords, reverse, 7 of Cups, 5 of Cups, the World. Now they want to get upset. Virgo energy, 10 of Swords, reverse. Now they want to sit there and cry and get upset. The Fool card, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, reverse. King of Water. 8 of Wands, the 10 of Cups reverse, and the Chariot reverse. So this is coming out twice. So somebody's upset at the fact that this don't even make any sense. How in the hell is somebody that is single, like that is alone with the Hermit card? That's all about the alone energy. How is someone that's alone Going to sit there and be upset over the fact that a 10 of cups is in reverse. But yet that's upsetting them. That don't make any sense. And then you have 77 here. Look, 7 of cups and 7 of wands. And you have 8 of wands. And it's like somebody can't sleep with the 4 of swords reversed. Someone can't sleep. Oh, so there's a cycle closing out here in regards to someone not really being all that happy in a connection with a 10 of hearts reverse. Some of you have somebody out there that's crying over you, what it looks like. They're crying over you with a 5 of water. It's either that or somebody could be crying over what they could have had with you. But it's like there's still an energy of them wanting to try. It's like this person wants something with you. Taurus, Cancer energy. Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. Why am I getting that this person may be wanting to try to have something with this person? It's a weird energy. 4 of wands reverse because they're not satisfied. This is a home wrecking energy. Like this person likes to wreck their own connect. What? I would watch it, y'all. If this is somebody in this energy, I would watch that. But this is who this is that wants to possibly try something with the 4 or 5 reverse. It's a home wrecking energy. Or this could just be simply somebody that's wasn't in a happy connection. Like they haven't had no happy connections. If this is somebody that's not from your past, and this is somebody right here that has been possibly doing some petty nonsense just to try to put you in a 4 of wands reverse energy. Clarify that 4 of wands reverse. The start, yeah, they're not healed. Show it itself again. They're not healed. They're not healed. Aquarius energy, they're not healed. With the Aquarius energy being here, this give me the vibes of this individual that they, like these people that they may have been with, don't get them on the intellectual level. Like they could mentally manipulate, emotionally manipulate these people. And it's like they're not intelligent enough to catch up with them. And it's like they bring a lack of intellectual stimulation. And there's something very significant about how this individual there's something... Damn, you may get this individual off because you're able to intellectually stimulate them. Keep in mind, this is a word twister, bro. This energy with this 4 of wands reverse and the star reverse, this is a word twister. That's a gaslighting energy. This give me the vibes of if they can't beat them, join them. But that's the thing. Ain't nobody sitting there. There's a saying that's coming through with this right here. Like, it's obvious instead of it, you can't manipulate you psychologically. Yeah, they could get away with manipulating all these other people. But yet, when it comes to this energy right here, it's very fixated in their ways. Ain't doing that. And it's like this is something that they want very badly, but yet get pissed off because they feel like, oh, they got to put their guard up because they're too afraid of they're too afraid of letting themselves feel something all the way for you because they're afraid that they're going to be captivated by that feeling. But it sounds like to me they're already captivated by the fact that they feel something in the first place. It's like the more that this individual does the exact opposite of what they're expecting to protect them, when it's unnecessary. Like this, there ain't nothing like the minute this person does the opposite of what they're doing now, they're gonna retrieve or receive a different result that's gonna be like, huh? It's gonna throw them off. Well, damn, it wasn't really all that bad. Exactly. Exactly. This person just likes to sit there and make monsters out of nothing. And to create a fucking monster out of nothing. Clarify that. Judgment reverse. 3 cards in reverse. So what's going on with this energy over here? Who is this that may be missing somebody? Somebody that you turn your back on, or somebody that turned their back on you for, look like to me, somebody else, something that they're not happy in. You got a few people that are crying over you. It's like, damn, bro, you got these individuals. It's like now they want to screw up their connections it's like everybody want to be with somebody now, screw up their own connections just to be with this person. Is that what's going on here? I'm going to just tell it like it is what I'm getting from the energy. It's like these individuals are willing to screw up their own connections or whatever they got going on just to be with the person that really satisfies them. It's like, damn, bro, they want you married to like 10-something people. That way if one leave, you got 9 left. That way if they leave, you got 8 left. That way if that one leave, you got several more left. How the hell you going to say your vows to all these individuals to start with? That's a lot of vows, bro. That's a hell of a lot of vows to be said. You know what I'm saying? Why am I getting that these individuals want to be with, like, there's other people. It's not just one person. Oh, the Tower. Scorpio energy, that's the truth. I'm going to have to say it like it is, bro. That's the truth. And look at the heart right there. They obviously feel something very powerful for you. Look at that. 3 of Pentacles. They don't care if they have other people that may want to be with you either. It's like these people are in the energy to where it like, what the fuck's going on with that? Is this what this is when it comes to this energy? Like, there's not just somebody that misses this person, but there's other people that haven't been all that happy that wants to be with this one person. Is that what's going on? Yes. 6 of Swords reverse. Yes. They can't escape the thoughts of that. They can't escape the thought of you in their mind and who you really are. And it's like they can't move on from that. So, yeah, you may end up hearing from one of these individuals, if not all of them. Damn. And damn. Apparently, it is the truth because they can't move on. Clarify the 6 of Air reverse. Temperance reverse. Sagittarius energy. There's a lack of patience here. This give me the heavy energy of a lack of patience. They're impatient. They're impatient. They have a lack of patience. They have a lack of psychological patience. They're lacking patience. Nine of Pentacles, but they also want to be single though. They're not going to be involved with anybody else with an honor. It's like they want to all be involved with you while they're not involved with anybody else. Like, that's what I'm getting out of this reading. Look, I can't help how the cards are coming out. This is what I'm channeling. They all want to be with you in this 9 of Pentacles energy while they leave these other people rather than you being alone. You continuously being alone with nobody around. That's what's coming out through my cards. Give me a closing message. 9 of Cups again. Look at that. Well, not again, but damn. Because they know that you're not needy. These people get off on the fact that you're not needy and you don't need nobody. You're happy all on your own. That's all about emotional independent. Being emotionally independent. You don't need nobody there to make you happy, but it's like they want to please you and add on to that. It's like, but you're good with the 9 of Cups. Cool. Okay, so that right there, it's like They hate to see this energy right here alone. So it's coming through my cards, bro. But you do, in fact, have somebody that misses you with a 10 of Cups reverse. Sitting there crying with the 5 of Water energy, crying. Because they know that you didn't deserve any type of betrayal. You wouldn't be the one to betray anybody. So somebody apparently got a few individuals in their feelings over a specific person. Like, but it looked like to me, you ain't doing nothing about it. Like, you ain't entertaining these people. Damn. Whoever you are, you be a powerful person. But anyways, this is what I have for the energy Taurus energy here. That's what I have for the reading for today. Keep in mind, this will not resonate with everybody. I will have a donations link in the description box below. And I'll be on here some other time. Peace.